Can I ask you a question then?
That's enough.
About Islam. Can I ask you a question? Why do you all kneel down to Mecca? That's a sin.
Why?
Because God is everywhere. What's so special about Mecca?
Because we believe that's what Allah's house is.
Allah's house is everywhere. Allah doesn't have a specific house.
Oh, okay. Why is it a sin? Sin according to who?
Huh?
Sin according to who?
Is it not a sin to idolize?
According to who?
Is it not a sin? No, is it not a sin to idolize?
Here's your problem.
Is it not a sin to idolize?
I'll explain your problem.
No, there's no problem. You're idolizing Mecca, bro. Bro, God's country on earth is Lebanon.
I'll explain your
Mecca.
problem. I'll explain your problem.
Go on.
Okay. I was in Mecca over Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay. And I swear, it looks like they're worshipping that box.
It looks like it to me. You all kneel down to it every day, 5 times a day.
No, it looks that way.
No, that's what I see with my own eyes.
No. But this is the difference you see.
Go on.
Nobody's worshipping the Kaaba. Nobody.
But you're all bowing to it.
No, how you perceive.
Do you know St. Elias?
If you can perceive.
Do you know St. Elias?
Perceive.
Do you know St. Elias?
You can perceive as you like.
No, but that's what I see.
You can perceive. No, you can perceive as you like. We Muslims know the Kaaba is nothing but a box.
But you just said it's the house of Allah.
Yeah.
How can it be the house of Allah? It's not the house of Allah.
Oh, okay.
How are you binding Allah
to
one
place? It's the house
place?
that Abraham built, we believe. And it's the house that Adam built, we believe.
No, you know, he never built it.
No.
Adam never built that.
You can believe as you like.
But Adam didn't build it.
But you cannot bring your paradigm and your...
I'm telling you, Adam didn't build it.
You can't bring your paradigm and try...
That was a rock that fell from space.
And hold me accountable.
Listen,
understand one thing. You can't bring your paradigm and trying to make and judge me and hold me accountable to your paradigm.
I'm just saying you're idolizing Mecca.
Here's the
just
thing.
A place.
You might think that. It may look that way.
You know, that's what
but we're not.
Is. But we're not. But you are.
But we're not.
You are. God is everywhere. Why are you all bowing down to one place?
I'll tell you why we are.
You're all controlled by Saudi Arabia.
Okay. Who is the one who would decide what is sinful and who isn't? What isn't?
Huh? God is the ultimate judge.
God is the ultimate judge. And we as Muslims believe Allah's told us to bow in that direction.
You're wrong.
Well, God is wrong.
No, God didn't tell you that. Muhammad did. Muhammad is just a prophet. He's a human.
Well, no. This is again your paradigm.
Do you not believe Muhammad's a human?
Yes.
So he's not God?
No.
Okay, so Muhammad, do you believe Muhammad wrote the Quran?
No.
Yes, he did. Who wrote it?
Yeah. I believe it.
Who wrote it?
They believe it came down from Allah.
No, it didn't. That's not how God works. God acts through man and woman. That's how God acts.
Oh, okay, I'll say it again to you. You asked me a question, yeah?
Yeah.
Real good. And I answered you. So what's your next question?
Arabic,
are you going to tell me I'm wrong in my answer?
Was there languages before Arabic?
Yes.
Was there languages after Arabic?
Yes.
Why would God pick Arabic to be the language of God?
Because he delivered the Quran to an Arab.
Why?
Because he chose to.
Well, he just went, this is my language, this is Mecca's my home, and Arabs is my people.
He chose.
That's what you think God, that's what God decided. You just sound like a Jew now.
What?
Because Jews think they're the chosen ones, and God chose them.
Here's the difference.
No, the Arabs think God chose them.
Jew. I'm not an Arab.
Huh?
I'm not an Arab.
Yeah, but Arabs think that.
I'm not an Arab.
But you think the language of God is Arabic. But you think the language of God is Arabic. But do you think the language of God?
What does your Arabization have to do with anything?
Do you think the language of God is Arabic?
The language of God is every language.
But he chose Arabic.
He chose to deliver the Quran in Arabic, yes.
So he chose his literal words to come in Arabic.
Yes.
But why would he choose Arabic? Arabic is a limited language. It has limited.
It's such a rich.
If God was going to pick a language, he'd pick mathematics. Because mathematics is infinite. What? Why would God pick any language other than mathematics? Go on.
Do you think you can prefer Arabic to any other language?
Why?
That's madness, bro. Think about what you just said.
What? Go on.
The Quran was revealed in algebra.
Yeah.
Bro, this is not good.
The message comes to a nation,
and you're a Christian.
and it's not even in the language that it's revealed.
Go on.
Yes, right. You might have a point. You're a Christian.
What?
Mathematics.
You're a Christian.
Mathematics is a language. You can talk in mathematics.
Hatun.
The language of God is mathematics. It's not Arabic, and it's not.
Listen, you want to hold me accountable to what I believe? Hold me accountable.
I am.
I'm
just asking you questions.
No. I told you what I believe.
Yeah.
And you're asking me to believe what you believe.
No, I'm not telling you
I
to believe.
don't.
I'm not. I'm just saying you're struggling to answer my question.
No, I answered your question. Allah chose Arabic.
Why?
Because He chose to.
Why?
He can.
Why would God choose Arabic?
Because He can.
Because He can.
Yes.
So why not? Why wouldn't He just choose all the languages and write the book in every language?
He chose Arabic.
Why would He do that?
Okay.
Why would He be selective? That's what the Jews think. Jews think they're the chosen ones.
No. Okay, are you doing it again?
What am I doing?
Okay, you're associating Islam with Arabs.
Huh?
80% of Muslims are not Arab. You know that, don't you?
No, but it originates.
You know that, don't you?
But Islam originates in Arabic, in the text of Arabic.
So what?
Arabic being Arabs.
So what?
That's what I'm telling you.
No, but that's not the religion. 80% of Muslims are
You
not
just
Arab.
told me. You're the one that told me he chose
So I'll
Arabic.
make it easy for
so
you.
he chose
If
Arabic.
we're the chosen people,
Who's we?
the Muslims.
Okay.
That includes you. That
I'm
includes
not
you. That
Muslim.
includes you. That
I'm
includes
not,
everyone.
I don't identify.
So
as
you
a
don't
Muslim.
have to be born a Muslim to be a Muslim, you see.
Okay.
Now, as a Jew, your mother has to be Jewish, I believe.
That's what they believe.
So don't compare us, because Islam is a way of life.
I'm just saying. I'm just
Islam
showing
is
you a
you're an
comparison.
Arab, yeah? You're an Arab.
I'm Lebanese.
Yeah, you're an Arab, yeah?
I'm Lebanese.
You're an Arab.
I'm Lebanese.
You're an Arab.
I'm Lebanese.
Right? You're an Arab and you're not a Muslim.
How am I an Arab?
You're
I'm
an Arab
Lebanese.
and you're not a Muslim. So that tells you
I'm
being an
Lebanese.
Arab has nothing to do with Islam.
No, that tells me my ancestors resisted Islamic force for what they called conversion.
No, your ancestors were sellouts, that's all it is.
No, my
That's all it means.
my
Islam was too pure for your ancestors.
No, my ancestors.
Islam was too
My
pure.
ancestors. Do you know,
Islam was
do you know
too
what my
pure.
ancestors did? My surname is Bukhalil,
Oh.
okay? But my original
Anyway,
surname is Khalil.
you're a
My
walking
ancestors, when the
contradiction.
Khalil family changed to Islam, we changed our surname to Bukhalil, which
Okay.
means father of Khalil, because we were here before. Christianity was there before Islam.
Who cares? Yeah, so what?
just saying.
The
Where-
point
where-
I'm making is this.
where your fathers?
You're the
Where your
prime
fathers?
example. You're an Arab banging on about Islam being Arab and you're not even a
I'm
Muslim.
Lebanese.
You're an Arab.
I'm Lebanese.
You're still Arab.
We speak a dialect of Arabic.
So you're not an Arab.
Huh? No, we speak a dialect of Arabic. That doesn't make me an Arab. You speak in English. Are you English?
I'm English, yes.
Are you English? Is he actually English? Are you English?
Yeah.
Are you English?
No.
But you speak in English?
No.
So are you English?
No.
No, but I am English.
But I know.
Okay, fine.
What's your point?
What are you on about?
Go ahead. I'm just saying, your language doesn't necessarily
I think that's the
define
TikTok.
it.
I don't know that maybe Lebanese don't identify as Arab. I don't know.
No Lebanese
Yeah, they do
identify as
identify
Arab.
as
No,
Arab,
no,
yeah.
all of them.
They don't.
Some of us identify as Phoenicians.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
There is no way on any form you fill out when you're asked your heritage, you say Phoenician. So don't
I
lie.
will now.
You know. There is no way do you identify as Phoenician.
I do. I identify as Lebanese.
You don't identify as Phoenician.
But I identify as Lebanese.
Do you identify as Arab?
Huh? No.
You speak
Only
Arabic.
for this conversation.
I speak I speak Lebanese.
You speak Arabic.
I don't understand. Like if a Saudi Arabian guy comes and speaks to me in his heavy dialect, I don't know what he's saying.
Really?
Yeah. Like I only understand like the dialects of Lebanese and like some Syrian, Iraqi, that area.
Yeah.
Jordanian.
Have you memorized the Bible?
No, why would I need to memorize it? What does that prove? What does memorize? I just told you that.
Memorization demonstrates preservation.
No, it doesn't. That was what they did back in the past because they were afraid to lose it, so they forced people to learn it so they can hand it out. But now we've got the
Anyone
internet.
who's memorized.
We got the internet.
Anyone
We've got
memorized.
books. You don't have to
memorize.
memorize. Why would you need to memorize? You could just look it up.
Look at what?
Whatever you need to look up.
What if you don't have the manuscripts?
You could look it up on the internet.
I don't need to memorize. I've got the gospel inside of me.
Well, you're just a mental kid.
Isn't this guy?
The gospel is love.
No, he's a Christian.
No, the gospel.
And he's been rinsed so many times,
the
it gets embarrassing.
The gospel is.
But you're
is
struggling with
love,
me. You still haven't
joy,
explained to
I'm
me.
struggling with you.
Do you know who sent aliases?
What am I struggling with you?
Do you know who sent
Hold on a
aliases?
second. What am I struggling with?
You still haven't answered me why you're all bowing down to Mecca and why God would pick Arabic and why you think that
Did I not
Arabic
answer
was
you?
the chosen ones.
Did I not answer you?
Huh?
Did I not answer you?
No, you didn't.
I said because he chose to.
Why would he not choose everyone?
No.
Why would God be secluded?
How did I struggle? How did I struggle?
Why would God select a certain amount
Where
of
was the
people?
struggle?
Huh?
Where was the struggle in answering you? I answered you. Just because you don't accept my answer, I don't really care.
Is it? None of this is edited, right? So we'll let the comments decide. But what, do you know who sent? Do you know who sent?
Absolutely battered in the comments.
That's fine. Do you know who sent aliases? Do you know who sent aliases?
No.
So he came with a sword and he found people bowing down to like a golden cow, right? And he slaughtered them because they were all like, basically, you know, believing in idols, right? When I look at Muslims today and they're all bowing down to this Mecca rock, it just reminds me of that. You're all just bowing down. You're all like treating this place as holy, like giving it some sort of like God's home.
Why are you
It's not
wearing a
God's
cross?
home. I just told you why I'm coaching.
Do you
Christian.
believe that Allah's
No, you
present?
think that has what? Why are you wearing that?
Do you believe
Because
Allah's
I like-
What
present?
does that signify?
Christianity?
What, cross?
Yeah,
Right. Well, what does it signify?
Christian.
Is there any power in that?
Of course there is.
That's an idol, man. Come on, that's an idol.
Did he just talk about bowing down to
This
idols?
was the Romans.
Now you think
this was the Romans.
a piece of metal around
do you know
your
what?
neck
Do you know what
is
a cross
that
is?
power in
It was the Romans fear. Like if you don't do what we're told,
You just hear
this is
yourself.
where you end up. So there's the, it's the
You're becoming a walking meme.
You're taking
Just
it.
relax.
You're taking it literally. The power of it is fear not. Do not fear death.
You just said.
That's the power
You
of
just
it.
said Muslims bowing down to idols or believing there's power in these things, inanimate objects. Yeah, and then you believe there's power in an inanimate object.